morning guys, how are you? Hope you're doing really well. I'm just fresh out of the shower and I said I may as well sit down and do a video because I have a little bit of time. I am going to be trying out a foundation that I've never used before, so this is a complete first impression on this foundation. It's the Catrice Nude Drop Tinted Serum Foundation. This is supposed to be like skincare in a bottle. I have definitely changed the way that I apply foundation and I'm much more into something lightweight, fresh, kind of youthful looking, and this kind of sounded interesting to me. I don't know how long this is out. I have a feeling it's out maybe a year or so. I just saw it when I was in my local Pennies and I was like, I need to pick that up and try it out and do a first impressions wear test for you. And since I'm going to be out and about all day, it's going to put it to the test, I guess. I have just a little bit of a description here from Catrice's website. I think this might be helpful. If you want your skin to feel light and fresh, nourished like it does when you use a serum, and a smooth complexion that usually requires foundation, no magic needed, the Nude Drop Tinted Serum provides your skin with a boost of moisture and allows it to breathe freely while hiding small imperfections without a mask-like feel. The serum has a radiant matte finish, flexibly, oh my god, adapts to the skin tone and is available in 16 shades. They're sure to be a good fit for everyone. There's a range of them between neutral, warm, cool, and it looks like it goes from a 002N all the way up to 098N. There's a massive jump between the darkest shade and the next shade down, and there's also a massive jump from the lightest shade and the next shade up. So I'm not sure if that's like on purpose because it did say it's like adapting to the skin. We will give it a go. It says to shake well before you use it. It has hyaluronic acid and vitamin E in it. It just sounded really nice. It sounded like skincare in a bottle, something fresh and lightweight, and I'm all about that. I've only applied my brows and a bit of brow gel and my moisturizer from Charlotte Tilbury. That's literally all that's on my face. It is 10:08 a.m. So I'm going to try and wear this for roughly around 8 to 10 hours. If we get the 12 hours out of it, we'll be doing pretty well. So let's try and, you know, see what this is all about. It doesn't say anything about primer, but I'm going to prime anyway. I at the moment only have 2 primers in my entire collection. One is the Too Faced one and the other one is this one, which is the Catrice Sensational 10-in-1 Dream Primer. I have a whole review on this if you guys want to see it. Sorry if the lighting is a bit weird. Obviously I haven't filmed here in nearly a year, so I'm trying to work with the lighting and stuff, and I just hope there's not too much of a glare off the products. We will work around it. It's a work in progress. Just bear with me. So like I said, the Sensational and the Too Faced are the only primers I'm using. I've just become so lazy with makeup and this has been a fail-safe year in, year out. I actually haven't a breeze what is a good primer at the moment. If they discontinue this, it will be heartbreaking because I don't know where I'm gonna go. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Also, I have a review coming on the whole sculpted range as well. That's my next video to film. I have a sponge and I have, this looks dirty, but it's actually just stained. I need a new one of these, so please ignore. And I have my foundation brush. So maybe we'll just try it with a foundation brush first to see, because it is liquidy. So I'm hoping that it doesn't like get soaked into the sponge or into the brush. My shade, by the way, is 040N. There was 4 shades in my local Catrice counter and it was between this and something that just was never ever going to match me, so we're just going to hope that this matches. It comes in a dropper bottle, but I'm not a big fan of these because I just hate dropping stuff directly onto my face. I never know how much to use. Obviously it's a serum, so I'm noticing that it's quite liquidy. We're just going to blend that into the skin. Oh my god, this looks really nice so far. This is exactly what I'm looking for. Obviously, I'm going to say that if you're looking for something really high coverage, this may not be your go-to, but I don't know, are people really into full coverage foundations anymore? I'm much of a hybrid person now, so what I will do is I will go in with something like this and then I will go in with my fuller coverage foundation, like my Zara foundation, and I will use that to add additional coverage to areas that I'm having issues with. Brush is doing really well. This is It Cosmetics brush, the Heavenly Lux Complexion Perfection brush. An absolutely fantastic brush. If I can recommend one brush to anybody, this is so good for foundation. I love it. I used to always use one of those flat brushes, just like a paddle brush. That was kind of like half a pump, so I'm just going to do like a little dot here. Like I wouldn't even say that's like a full pump of it. This is my natural shade, by the way. I've no self-tan or anything on, just if you're close to my skin colouring. This seems to be a pretty good match. Like I can't really notice much of a difference. This is exactly what I am looking for these days. It makes my skin look like my skin, but without the imperfections. If you have acne, is it going to cover it? Possibly not. Breakouts, maybe not. I'm not saying you have to have perfect skin. I don't have perfect skin by any means, but I will say that it just kind of has added like a veil to the skin. So that's it on that side, and then obviously nothing on that side. You can see like I obviously have like, I have this really weird hyperpigmentation on my skin since been pregnant, like with Noah, like 4 years ago. It's just never went away. I have it over my lip, and I have kind of bits of it here, and I have a bit of it in the top of my head. I don't know, I don't think it'll ever go away. And I have a breakout here, so we'll just see if it covers that. With the brush, really happy. Gonna try it with the sponge now. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Maybe we'll just put it on the back of my hand. Normally when I'm testing foundations, I'll always test like with a primer and without a primer. It's personal preference. If you want to wear a primer, wear a primer. It makes your foundation last long. I'm not trying to win like Olympic medals or world records, so just go with whatever skincare you use normally underneath your foundation. I will say that I've gotten more coverage with the sponge, which is really strange because normally I would say that I get more coverage with a brush, and this seems to go on much better with the sponge. Now maybe it's just because I put it on the back of my hand instead of putting it directly on my face, but the sponge has given me a lot more coverage. It's again still not full coverage. It smells really nice. Probably the vitamin E in it. It smells lovely. I'm 100% preferring this with a sponge, and normally that brush, like nothing ever competes with that brush. Like it looks way more blended out. It's covered a lot more. As I showed you already, I had like a little like breakout that was going away and it was red, and it's covered it, and it's covered my cheeks a lot better. I feel like there's a lot more coverage even under the eye from this, and I'm noticing here on my kind of pore area that it is covered a lot more. I'm gonna zoom up because it's very hard for me to show you guys so far away, so let's zoom in. Now you can see all the imperfections up close. So this is it with the sponge. It looks great, like really good, and you can see on this side kind of a little bit of discoloration here. It hasn't covered as much with the brush, so I'm definitely going to go over it a little bit more with the sponge. Highly recommend using a sponge with this product. The sponge I'm using is just an e.l.f. one. I'm really loving this. This is like me in a bottle. Love it. You just need a little bit more when you're using the brush just to get that coverage that I got from the sponge. So far so good. So I'm just looking in the mirror just to see what I can see far away, and I'm liking this. It looks like my skin, only better. It's really fresh, lightweight. I don't really feel like I'm wearing a foundation. It has a lovely scent. It's so like liquidy, which is lovely. I feel like it's absorbing like skincare into my face, if that makes sense. It's not emphasizing any lines, wrinkles, no pore emphasization. That's not even a word. I will go and finish the rest of my makeup, and I'll come back to you guys, and we'll do the rest of the face and just see like how everything else has performed on top. So I will see you in a mo. I just finished up doing my entire face, so I said I'd come back and talk a little bit about the way the foundation serum thing is performing. I don't even know what to call this because I know it's not technically marketed as a foundation. I'm gonna call it foundation just for the purpose of this video. What is on my face? Naked Reloaded palette today on my eyes. This is like a fail-safe palette for me, and I know they've reformulated the Naked one. Should I pick that up and try it out? I don't know. This is what it looks like on the inside. I definitely have used this in tons of videos before. It's still an OG fave. On my eyelashes, I'm just using my Better Than Sex waterproof mascara. If anybody can tell me a better waterproof mascara than this, I will love you for life. I really enjoy this. The only thing about it is it doesn't give my lashes much length or anything like that. If anybody knows of a good lengthening or volumizing mascara, because obviously I'm not blessed with lashes, but it has to be waterproof because I just find it waterproof doesn't smudge, smear, run down your face. It's great. For my concealer, I used the Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer, in this shade 6 Medium. Wow, can't talk. I used the MAC Studio Fix to set my foundation in NC25, just a basic pressed powder. On my cheeks, I'm using the Too Faced, it's the Candy Floss Clouds shade. It's like a Barbie, just fluoro pink. It is the prettiest thing ever. I absolutely love this. Just a recent purchase. I'm also using the Pixi On The Glow Super Glow highlighter in the shade Natural Luster. You're sleeping on this if you're not using it. Love this. So it's just like a, you know, the quickie sticks that they have, but I use it to, this one's a highlighter one, but I don't actually just apply it like that. I stick my finger in it, hence why it's like that. And then I just dab it on the high parts of my face, on my nose, over my lips. It's super pretty. If you've never used this, you're missing out. The bronze and contour, I'm just using the Patrick Ta She Sculpted. It's like a duo product. It's a cream bronzer on the top and then powder bronzer on the bottom, and I just use the cream to kind of like chisel out my cheekbones, and then I just kind of set it with the powder side. For my lips, I'm using the Patrick Ta Precise Lip Crayon in, I can never remember this, and I have so many backups of it because it's my favourite. She's Strong. Incredible. I absolutely love the Morphe lip liner in Makeup Talk. It's like my holy grail. It's been discontinued on devo.com. I heard they're bringing it back, but in like a wind up formula. I wish they would bring back the pencil. So good. But it's just because it's so hard to get. I kind of use it sparingly. So this one's kind of the closest I found in it. I'm not going to say it's a dupe because it's like 5 times the price. And then the Old Faithful Max Blankety. Again, I think they've reformulated this. Which, why? Why fix something that's not broke? It's so amazing. I'm really upset over that. I have a backup and it's exactly the same because somebody had said they reformulated them in February, and I was like, no, I've nothing really to report back on. I was expecting a little bit of creasing or sinking into fine lines. Certain foundations are not working with me as well as they used to, because obviously my skin is getting older and I'm noticing creasing and lines and accentuated pores where I didn't before. A foundation needs to do a lot of work these days. I am really liking the look of this. Very lightweight feeling on my skin. It's not sinking anywhere and it looks good far away. Like, it doesn't look like I'm caked. It's not emphasizing any unwelcomed flaws on my face. Hi Noah. How are you? You're good. Great. What are you up to?
What is this stuff?
What's all this stuff? This is called makeup.
Oh.
It's just gone 11:30. I got a bit delayed coming back to you guys. It's only been on for an hour and a half.
That's
I don't
so
expect...
Cool.
That's so cool. I don't expect too much change in this
What
time.
is this?
That's a blusher. It opens up the other side. Look, sweetheart. There, look. See that? It's very pretty. See, there's a mirror.
Ah,
Do you see yourself?
that's so cool.
Everything's so cool. Makeup's cool, isn't it? It's fun to
Oh,
play
yeah.
with. I am noticing a tiny bit of creasing on my forehead, but there is no foundation on the market that doesn't crease in my forehead. I haven't gone down the route of Botox yet. I just have a creased forehead because I'm very expressed in it. I'll give you a little up close so you can see a bit more. Don't know if this should be mentioned, but I don't use filters on any of my videos. Even if I knew how to apply a filter to these videos, I couldn't be bothered. This is kind of what you see. Now, I am using natural lighting. It is quite forgiving. You can kind of see everything I'm talking about. So you can see the way that I obviously have smile lines. Sometimes foundations do sink in there. So I'm noticing just a teeny bit of creasing just there, but it's nothing that I can't fix with powder right now. However, will this get worse during the day? Who knows? You can see the creasing on my forehead is sinking a little bit, but I don't feel like it's that bad. Like, I can cope with that. Who cares? I am noticing just a teeny bit kind of separation there on my nose. This is where my glasses sit, so that kind of part of my nose is a bit rough, and same around here where just the bits of my glasses do sit. Like I said, an hour and a half in. We're looking good. I'm happy. Feels fresh, feels lightweight, looks good in the skin, not heavy. So I'm going to meet the girls now. I'm back after brunch time and we'll kind of discuss what's happening then. So I'll talk to you guys in a couple more. Hi everyone, so I'm just back from my first update of the day, proper update. So it's just gone 3:35. I hope the lighting's okay. The sky has gone so dark outside and I think it's going to pour rain. Just because we're in the middle of summer, you never know, it's Irish weather. So this foundation has technically been on for 5.5 hours, which is a pretty good testing time, I suppose, to do this. I'm looking a bit oily, I'm not going to lie. I'm looking a bit shiny. I'm looking a little bit hydrated, if you want to say that. Not crazy, it's not anything unusual. Obviously a little bit of creasing just here, a little bit kind of here, but focusing mostly on my T-zone area, which is very, very, very oily. My chin is quite oily as well, so I would say that this foundation is looking good, but a powder top up is necessary. I'm going to zoom in for you guys just to see a bit more up close because I have to powder, because I can just feel that this is gone a bit shiny and a little bit greasy on my skin. It's not something that's irritating me or like making me feel oily / greasy, but I can see it, I can notice it, and I do feel a little bit more hydration on the skin. At this present moment, I think that dry skin people would love this foundation just because of how hydrating it is. But if you've very oily skin like I do, I recommend bringing a blotting powder or just something to top up and add to the skin throughout the day that's not going to cake. Like, you can see how shiny I am. I just feel like the forehead has gotten just a little bit more creased, but I'm not noticing any more creasing in any other areas of the skin. I would expect it to look a little bit better after 5.5 hours, not gonna lie. You know, it's not the worst looking, and it is that kind of like serum formula, so I don't think this is something I would wear like if I know I'm going to be out for 12 hours maybe. And I definitely wouldn't wear this out without a blotting powder, but it's not looking the worst, honestly. I'm just going to take my MAC Studio Fix powder and just press it onto those areas where I'm a bit oily. I'm hoping it will soak up a bit of the oils. There's no breaking down of the foundation. It's not revealing any blemishes or anything like that, and everything else has stayed intact on my face like all the other products. I'll check in another 3 hours just to see what it's looking like at the 8-hour mark, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys then. Hi guys, so this is going to be my last check-in for the day. It is just gone. It's actually 9 minutes past 8. This foundation has been on for 10 hours. I thought I might do a check-in a bit earlier than this, but it's just been a bit of a chaotic day, so this is the closest I could do to the 8-hour mark. I'm actually really surprised between the 5-hour mark and now that there hasn't been a huge change in the foundation. I am noticing a little bit heavier on my skin. I am noticing just a little bit more oiliness. By and large, I'm really happy with the look of this. Like, for a serum foundation, I've noticed just a little bit of rubbing off over my nose. Also, sorry, the lighting is a bit crap. My ring light is still in my parents' house. I've never done a foundation video here. Apologies if the lighting's not epic. I have a mini ring light on this, which is one that I would use for my phone. We're just gonna have to deal with what we have right now, hope for the best, and I will get my ring light here for the next time I do a foundation video. But the foundation looks really good. It's still on my skin. It's not sinking into pores and emphasizing massively. There is a bit of sinking and a bit of creasing, but nothing that I would expect from this kind of like liquidy formula. After the 5-hour check-in, I thought that I was going to come back later on and there'd be literally nothing left on my skin, or it had worn off or worn down to nothing. It is looking good. It is feeling a little bit heavier than it was earlier, obviously, because it's just been on a little bit longer and the oils have mixed with it. I think I might have found a new go-to foundation for a more lightweight, liquidy, your skin only better kind of look. This is only €8 as well, guys, so it's super affordable. Actually a drugstore price, because I have found like the drugstore pharmacy products have gone crazy expensive lately. Like, I think Wet n Wild has gone up to like maybe 11-12 euro for their foundation now, where it used to be like 5. I just think it's inflation. However, this is keeping that affordable price, longevity that we look for in a foundation. And it's lightweight. It can be worn on a daily basis. I do think this would be great for somebody who has drier skin. If you've oily skin like me, it does look okay. It just needs a bit of a top up with some powder throughout the day. The hyaluronic acid, obviously that's like a plumping agent, so I think it's good for aging skin. I really rate this for the price, for the quality, the longevity. I'm very happy. Let's have a look at it up close and you can see what I'm seeing. See where I'm talking about, just like the bit of oiliness and the creasing, but nothing kind of major. Again, the forehead, it's nothing different than what we're experiencing earlier on. Bearing in mind that this has been on for 10 hours. There's a bit of wearing off around my nose, and I just noticed where my glasses do sit, but every foundation struggles with the glasses area. All in all, I'm really happy with the look of it. Honest opinion, if you are looking for something that's going to stay on your skin for a long period of time and you have oily skin, I will say that this will last between the 5 and 6 hour mark. Other than that, I think that it's a fantastic foundation. You cannot beat it on price. I don't really have much else to say about it. I will be using this in future videos. I will talk to you guys about it a bit more as I use it, just to kind of give you a bit more of an update on it. Obviously, this is just the first wear, first impressions. I don't really know much more else about it other than how everything went today. It was a pretty standard day. Like, I wasn't in very hot weather. I wasn't outside loads. It has no SPF in it, so if you are wearing this, you need to put an SPF on underneath it. I think that's pretty much all my thoughts on this. I am so tired. I can't wait to take my makeup off, chill out. I think I'm ordering pizza tonight and just gonna have like a very relaxing evening with my husband on the couch. So I hope you guys have a fantastic day, whatever or wherever in the world you are, and let me know what other foundations I need to try or do wear test on. Again, apologies for the lighting in this portion of the video. We will get the ring light back. It'll all be dandy for the next time. Keep well, guys. I love you so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Mwah!